Well, I'm so glad that you're here. You know, we're here with our students, our MBA students, and Dr. Teo Paredes came to Indiana University, Kelley School of Business, and spoke to us, and we've been so motivated about Peru. So, first of all, tell us how you say your name, because I love the way you say it, and then a little bit about your role with Poqen Kanchay Foundation.
Okay, so thank you. My name is Paola Swayne. I'm from Peru and I work for Poquen Kanchay Foundation. I'm the administrator. I started to work with Poquen Kanchay 7 years ago. We started with a little project. The name was Kia Rumillo. We started to study this archeological place. And well, we have finished that like 5 years ago. We give the project back to the National Institute of Culture and continue monitoring the project as what's happening with the community living next to this area. Until now, they are developing very good working inside the site, the archaeological site, and they are working on tourism. They attend the tourists who arrive there. They rent horses. They have little restaurants. So these poor people could still working on their their place where they live and don't have to go to the city or came to Lima to look for a work. Then Poquen Kanchay started to work in another archaeological project. The name of this project is Cantupata. This is what we are doing now. This project started with the idea of Dr. Teo with some archaeologists from the National Institute of Culture. This is a huge area in Machu Picchu, in the Machu Picchu area. This is part of the Inca Trail, and we have worked in there like three years. Yes, and now we are finishing. We have discovered a very nice triangle ceremonial place. It's the first triangle ceremonial place we found in the Inca culture. And this is a very nice gift for all the Peruvian people because the place where it's located is Machu Picchu, and now it's the Seven Wonders. All the people is getting attracted to Machu Picchu. So now people could have one more day during the Inca Trail. We are giving one more. We are giving more work to the people in the National Institute of Culture, more options for the tourism who comes to Peru, and a new way to start to visit this area. So we have now Choquequirao, starting the trip in Cusco. Let's go to Nabancay, visit this nice archaeological place. So it's not just Machu Picchu now, but there are the areas around the park. And as people is going out to Choquequirao or going to the north of Peru. Peru is an amazing country for tourism, and start to discover it's our own culture. So Poquen Kanchay is given a good support, working in silence, and trying to be attract to the tourism people to come and work with us and giving work here to Peru.
Now, Poquen Kanchay is also in Lima, and you were talking about women that were making jewelry. Do you want to talk a little bit about women?
Yes, well, Poquen Kanchay, I start to travel with them and work with them, I start to look at all the culture we have around Peru. When I went for shopping with tourism people, I started to discover that there's a very nice artcraft work here, and a lot of people with a lot of talent to use their hands and work very nice pieces. They start to work in families. The women have a very good role in this kind of work because they could work on their houses, they could do jewelry, they could knit, and at the same time take care of their children. That's how all these little businesses start. They start at home, and then maybe they could rent a place next to their home and continue working. And as the tourism start to grow in the last 5 or 6 years in Peru, the quality of tourism gets better. First, we received the backpackers. Now we have elite people who come here and who really likes all this popular art we have here. So I start to work with some people from the highlands, from Arequipa, Cusco, and Puno. And I start to design some stuff like sweaters and accessories and garments and some jewelry. I start to discover the alpaca, that is a very good quality of meat, and then work with some organic sheep wool, start to make felt, and all of this giving work to all these families. You start to use organic materials to make all of this stuff, and our first consumer is the tourism people. So I have the contacts with hotels who have nice boutiques inside, and I deal with them. So all the stuff that I sold to all these women who work with me are selling very nice boutiques, so they could come and start to see that their work is good and are in the best boutiques in Lima or in Cusco or in other hotels in Arequipa or in Puno around Peru. And when I travel around, I used to carry all my some part of my stuff and use it to show to the people that all these poor people are getting better because of the work they are doing. And the most important thing is because they are working with their own culture. They're using the materials that they have in their area. In the highlands, you have alpaca, you have sheep. They use they know how to use very good the natural dye. And they have silver, they have gold. Peru is very rich in materials. So that's what I'm trying to do, to let them know that their work is value, and this is not because they receive money, it's because they are not selling just a product, it's their own culture, and this culture is going to this piece that is a very important piece of culture, is going into a home, into an office, into any place outside of the country, so people could start to know what is the culture and from where is this piece coming from.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, we have a group of students here that have given up their spring break because they are really more focused on how can they do good in the world, how can they use what they've learned in their MBA programs to help the people of Peru. How can we help you? How do you see, how can we get more involved with helping some of the things that Poqen Kanchay wants to do?
How? Well, I think it's important to have some exchange with foreign people who are studying business administration and doing a master, so we could receive a guidance from them to how to work better, about financials, about how we could have the tools to open a good business and don't have the same errors that we had in the past. It's because the tools are there, but receive a support of professionals, from a group of professionals, is very interesting. So these people come from the first world, they have more open mind, more opportunity to see the business that we are having now. We are new now. We have a lot of good ways to get into countries like the United States, because the free commerce that we have now between the U.S. and Peru. So the way is open. It's just to know how to deal with that and start to look to get better in their own business. I think Peru is is now with the opportunity to start to develop on this business with their country.
Absolutely.